slightly more important or advanced point perhaps. But not 1, 2. He catches balance, slight outturn, and you throw into that outturn. Up. Like this. Not up. Like this. This smaller course. Up. Priority is breaking balance. Thank you. Nice. Hey! The attending here. That's a little bit tricky point, but if you're too wide, the attending doesn't reach. So one purpose of the attending is to fix the distance, lock it in. Hey! So I caught him a bit there, and I hit him there. You emphasise the draw, now you're too wide. And that leads you to doing a cultivation of a big circle, which is bad. Wrapping it up here, not up there. Right, thank you. Let's go. Several important things here. My turn sucks him down the tube. Hey! You can see the balance breaking. And then I roll my elbow. See that roll there? And you can use this D here to push his hand over. Elbow on top. Knock backwards. Take the tanto. Posture. Lurch. Something cracked. The harder part of this. Hand. Feel it here. Oh, really? If the thread suddenly came from here, doing this kind of thing. Because you're all sort of working along here. Up. Now here, set my hips, see? Posture. You see that? Hips. Another interesting point. Up. Now, as I'm rolling, I'm settling into the ground. I want to turn his hand away from me. I'll just move so it's more clear. I want to turn his hand. I don't want to lock him like that. Good. Why not, Keith? Why not?
No, you'll cut.
I know. I want to. So then we say, turn it away. Turn it. But don't turn it like this. Turn it like this. See? Back leg into this V here. Whole body's making the turn. Whole body's doing the lock. And then we take. Here. See, that's how you turn the tanto. Not like that, like that. Hey! That'll teach you to try and stick a knife in your stomach. I have been accused of being too violent. If he tries to stab me, I feel slightly justified in. And when he broke his arm, yes. The Wanda style, Tanto Tari. This is actually, I was trying to indicate it's the direction. It's never like this. So it's a sense of comment was, that's what happens if you do it like that. But, if Winston's there, the knife is half concealed, and he's watching me, and the tanto comes forward. What's this thing? I just want to say. It's coming forward. It enters his peripheral vision quite late. So this is much more dangerous than you might think. If I'm sort of like this, it's actually though he's got plenty of time. When I'm coming from below, that's the other thing, I think. Often used to get asked a question in tantos. Oh, people don't do that, they come at you like this. I'm not sure they do actually. This, from the weapons schools, you know, we have sword, cane, tanto. We have armor too. So I'm not going to go like that. Hey. I know that. It's clever enough, sir, because of something else I used to practice. But if I was to punch his armour, or get him, you know, to a weak spot in the armour, so then you can make all these stories up. I once asked Saito Sensei, what do you do when someone's doing a pattern and threatening you not to straight stab? And he had an immediate answer. Send me next week. Oh. So it's a simple the answer. So Winston's waving his hand to about it. If you give him something to cut, you're just tempted. You say, come on. And he goes with your hand and pushes forward. And if you don't go for it, it's coming up into your eyes, you can hear. That was his answer to it. But if anyone ever threatens you with a knife, tolerate. Absolutely forced to. Why? Someone does that with a knife, and I can go in. I will. I'll blend with that. Here, it should come. Hey! Feels like, hey! See, far too flightless. That's what I did. Because he was drawing, winding up into it. So I did. Nice. No excuse for doing that. So, my hand comes over. I usually try and put my fingertips into his palm. And then as the technique goes, I can slide onto the hand. I mean, yeah. Okay. Joe should be actually quite keen for me to have the tanto. Because look, there's pressure here. I can break his arm very easily. So as he falls away, he lets me have the tanto. Well, I dropped it that time. If you do this in a donkey style, so you break his arm and then throw him with a broken arm. That's all right. Nice. Hey, nice. Again, I've held the tanto, so I'm not holding the blade. Let it go, you see. Because I cut the technique down so you're safe. When you let the tanto go. When you get the tanto, I can put more pressure on your elbow. You never, ever, no matter what, try and take a tanto. Right? You hold onto the tanto. You're not having my tanto. I want your tanto. Really, just want you to have the tanto. More pressure. Oh. He said, oh, I'll give you my tanto and my wallet. Never struggle with tanto. Lock the joints, whatever. Okay, duty later. Very soon. I'm not in a hurry to give you the tanto for the next technique. I've got it. I'm ready to use it. That's Zanshin. You throw it and then brush the gears in. That's like lack of focus. Another thing. Now, no. Head back. So, we're the wrong way. Right? So, how to deal with it? You can do this. You can do many things. Don't follow me around. That is going to see how it's straight squeeze like that. Okay? Do it again. Some martial arts practice. If you get a non-standard situation, don't correct you. How do you deal with that? But you're not practicing right now. It's the other hand. No. Stay here. And you might go there. Yeah. These are the icing on the cake. It's more than the icing on the cake, it's most of the cake as well. It's that total prepared, alert, ready, feeling. Not that I'm doing a technique and then I'm doing another technique and then it's just that connection all the time. That's interesting point for Bruce. So, where do our brains work? We go 1, 2. This end. We go 1, 2. Now watch this. Hey! So my protection bit has gone across already. All the time we can. Not there. Then that's 1, 2. What's he going to do when he realises he's missed? He's going to smash. Yeah. Good. It's completely captured. So my objective is in my arm. I've deflected it inwards. It's almost like an attempt to his elbow here. So that's how we do it. There's a variation you can do. Let's go willingly because I've just broken it on. Anyway, that's a bit dangerous. Turn his arm outwards. Don't be satisfied with that. Turn it back slightly. Here, he might be able to bend his arm. Sure. Bend your arm. That's the one. Yeah? It's possible. He's strong enough. Here, think does he want to try? Yeah? The technique is not pulling down. Technique is fix my feet, project through my shoulders. I'm projecting straight to David there. The fact that he's taller doesn't make any difference. And then that finish is quite important because you take the tanto, his arms here, and you don't do anything. Then, see that? Or just copy them. It's difficult to do copying everybody. And this sides are so same. There was always a good reason, even though he didn't spell it out. You can see that now. Thank you. Nice. This is slightly debatable point. When I do the juji now, and this arm comes across, but he's already thrown. I do the same with this technique. Look. You can grab that arm, look. Now, I'm saying that's completely wrong if you do it sort of tiny, smaller. The way I did it both ways in the demonstration, but Joe doesn't like this technique. I know I have to do it. You're sensitive up, but you cracked it. Go on, Lucy. Thank you, Joe. I'm not saying it's wrong to do that. But you see it's there, it's not there. But because we did the other one before, we tend to do that. Knife is rising. Blend with the rise now. catching. None whatsoever. Blend. Move into position. And then take firm control. Once you're in a good place. The essence of the move is body, always. And the technique fits together. Hey! Now, no, don't have range in your hands or any weapon. Always. And the very last thing that happened was my grip tightened. The very last thing. Once I was in position to. You make your body movement, whatever it's going to be, and when the arm says, please do, moving a time, do it. I mean, the technique says, please. Okay. Few more then. Nice. Oh, please. This technique is cock-unity. I need to take that side. That's what I'm offering you to you there. Yeah, so I'm picturing where everyone can see most clearly. Ready? Cock-unity. That is absolutely that you have that sense. If you do what you see, what you think you see, and grab here, and you grab him around the neck. It works. Thank you very much. Hey, balance is broken. Drop. This technique. So you have a broken balance. You make a small circle to the neck. Now, and an arm lock. If he wants to relieve the arm lock, he turns towards the door. If he does that, it increases strangle. If he wants to relieve the strangle, he turns towards the other side. Towards the arm lock. That's not a bad signal. You must make a small hole for the neck. So you basically hanging. But no unconscious people, please. Slow the numbers. Got that? Now, you do cock-unity. His balance is broken. I drop my whole body. And you drop the tanto, so sometimes you pick it up. That's training, see? Don't grab him around the neck. That's the small vision I give you. Small screen. You only see the arms of it. That good? Okay, thank you. Now, there is another technique, a more dangerous one. I'm doing this one, he's a long way down now, more than I want. So what I can actually do, very careful now, I can move to here. And I push his chin down, and I'm keeping my leg underneath Mark, but actually it can come here. And you can see his arm, as I drop him, see what's going to happen. You're getting into that position, I think. It's gone too far, so you go into that. And without risking that can actually breaking his arm. It's a good technique. There's another version. We don't worry about the tanto at all. You just, it's actually, if he tries to bring that back on you, it's quite hard. And I've got him in a position like this. Are you happy with that? When you want to take him down, don't drop him. If you drop him, it's his control. Push his knees. Okay, that's just for information. Don't want any broken ribs. Not on a Sunday. Okay, so how are we doing for time? This is mostly wrongly done, this technique, whenever you see it. Self-defense tools is very popular. It's basically cocking-headed. Yeah. Now, the big mistake people make is they go like this. To there. And if he doesn't want me to, he goes strong, I can't do it. But if I go across towards Winston and turn the tanto into his throat, you can go all the way down here. Now he's wishing he hadn't sharpened it this morning. But it's still cock-you-nagger based. You see the cock-you-nagger? It's not grab the arm and twist.